Hey everyone! Whew, so warm. So today's video, as you can see, I'm wearing my robe and my crown, sitting on my, massive gold sofa in my mansion Del Council house in somewhere near London, and we are going to talk about Jeffree Star's apology video. I haven't got a Pomeranian, but I hope this little cat on a lead will do just as well. So we'll put him here. He can sit here with me for the duration of this video. So let's get into it. I'm sorry I've got no makeup on or anything. I've literally been like in bed most of the day. Woke up, horrible period cramps at like 3 o'clock this morning, and just have been drained and hormonal mess all day. Lovely, I'm sure you really wanted to know that. But anyway, this apology, or non-apology that people are calling it, it's kind of difficult to know where to start really, because on the one hand I'm really pleased with Jeffree for attempting to apologise to James Charles. In fact, I think in the video he did apologise to James Charles twice, I counted. So that for him is a huge massive step, considering where he was with the whole, I've been showing a voice memo or whatever it is around to people like Blair White, offering to play it on Keemstar's Mum's Basement podcast, but he wouldn't play it on air because he didn't want to out the victim, alleged victim. People are still claiming he has no voice memo, he has no receipts. Of course, I don't think that's something that should ever come out if it does exist. Being a survivor myself, that is a no-no. Absolute no-no. I'm deadly serious about that. But as far as Jeffree Star goes and what he's done, if he's been sharing and playing this voice memo for people, then of course that's a shitty thing, and nobody should do that ever. If you've got a voice memo of somebody saying they've been assaulted or something, to my mind you would either try and take it to the police, or if it's not enough to incriminate the alleged attacker, then I would give it to the actual person who was affected, the actual alleged victim, and let them deal with it, because it's personal. It's not something that you go and play around for other people. Oh, look, this happened. That for me is a very problematic thing. Like I say, being a survivor myself, that is something that you just don't do. So that, yes, of course everyone deserves to be, forgiven. Everyone deserves second, third, fourth chances. But I feel like when you get to your 30s, you should know that. You should know not to share a voice memo of that nature around. And I don't know, maybe Jeffree didn't. That's all I can say for him. I'm not him, I'm not in his head, so I don't know what his thought process with that was at all. But what I do want to say is that he brought up having like really poor impulse control, and that's something that I can understand as a human being. It's definitely something that I struggle with and have struggled with a lot in my own life, my own like mental health journey. That's something that I've struggled with a lot. So that for me was something that I could personally relate to, and that was something that I feel I can understand. So I'm not going to knock Jeffree for coming out and admitting that. That again I think is a step in the right direction, because that's him saying, I have an issue with this. This is a struggle for me. This is a problem. I'm acknowledging that I've got this problem and that I behave in problematic ways. because I have this problem. Not that he was using it as an excuse, I'm not saying that, but it gives some kind of explanation and some kind of clarification for the reasoning of why he behaves the way that he does, why he does the things that he does to people. So there's that, you know, for me that was the positive takeaway of that whole video, that whole 10-minute video he made. That was the one like real saving grace of it. That was the positive note. I am going to get into the more negative side of it as well. I really felt that aside from bringing up the James Charles thing, you know, obviously people wanted him to speak on the James Charles thing, but aside from that, I feel that bringing up the Black Lives Matter movement was a bad move in this particular video. Great that he's spoken out on it beforehand. You know, before this video, he was being proactive on his platform, his social media, speaking out about Black Lives Matter movement, and he was putting out links for donations and to raise awareness and all that kind of thing. But I don't feel that it should have been put in this particular video. I don't feel that dead people's names should have been used in this particular video to try and distract from the fact that Jeffree was supposed to be apologising to James Charles and apologising for what he'd done to James Charles. That's just my opinion, my 2 cents on that. I know a lot of other people I've seen on Twitter also were very angry that he used that or he put that in this video at all. Aside from that, Jeffree didn't address any of the alleged lies that he said about anything, you know, such as his grandma's age, or such as, you know, the picture in the prom night video that triggered him but that he'd kept for like 7 or 8 years. There were lots of little like inconsistencies that he didn't bring up in this 10-minute video. Lots of more personal things that he said he wasn't going to discuss, which is fine. You know, that's his business, that's fine. I didn't personally want all of that brought up in this video anyway. You know, for me, this video, the whole point of this video was the James Charles issue for me. But people online are still saying, what about the Dovey Vanity issue? They're still saying, you know, that he shouldn't have brought all the Black Lives Matter stuff into it, and also that he shouldn't have promoted his own products during this video. Now, I've seen a lot of people also saying, oh, he's only doing this video to try and save face because he wants to bring out his summer launch, you know. And I think, well, part of me's like, well, the cosmetics, you know, this is his business, this is his bread and butter, this is his livelihood. You know, you can't expect to like completely destroy someone's livelihood just because you don't agree with a few like shitty things that they've done. You know, that's my opinion, you know, completely my opinion. It's just what I think about the topic. You can't take someone's livelihood away because they might be a bit of a shitty person. You know, that's not how life works. I'm sorry, but it's just not, you know. That's probably how he's got where he is. That's probably how he's become so rich, because he's not afraid to be mean to people, because he's not afraid to like use people and step on people a bit, because every time he does, he's going up and moving on and earning more, and you know, and that's why someone like him is where he is, and that's where I'm where I am, you know. But hey, what can you do? The other thing that I wanted to say was, having said all of that now, I am very willing to give Jeffree another chance. You know, I mean, I think everybody as human deserves that. Like I said in my video the other day, you know, none of us are perfect. We all make mistakes. We all fuck up, but some more than others maybe. But I'm willing to put this all to one side and say, hey, you know, tomorrow's a new day, start again. I wouldn't be me today if I hadn't done that in my own life, if I hadn't looked at myself when I was doing really, really reckless things as, you know, a young 20s person. I might not even be here today if I hadn't done that, if I hadn't stopped, looked at myself, really looked at my behaviour, looked at my addiction, etc., and said, okay, let's reel it in, let's, you know, stop this, let's knock this on the head and really try and change, you know. I might not even be here at all if I hadn't done that. So if anyone knows that people can change, I'm one of those people that does know that for sure, you know. I'm not who I was 10 years ago. And of course you're going to get the naysayers and the people who argue Jeffree can't change. Well, maybe he can. Maybe this time he's finally had enough of it. He's finally, you know, got bored of all the lying and the deceit and the drama. Maybe, I don't know. You know, maybe he's decided he wants to grow up a bit and have a bit of a quieter life. I don't know. But I think it would be unfair if we at least didn't give him a shot. You know, if we at least didn't give him a chance to try and prove his words, you know. Get the old blue lip gloss out. The one that looks like you've jizzed on your lips. Sorry, lips just felt a bit dry and I was like, But yeah, that's my take on the whole thing. You know, people are human. Fuck up all the time. Please, let's just give each other a chance to sort of better ourselves, grow and improve on ourselves, you know, because at the end of the day, we've all got to share this planet together. We only get one life and we should try and make the most of it. It's short. And before I get all soppy, I am gonna go. On that note, I am gonna stop this video right here and disappear for the night. But please leave your thoughts, your opinions down below in the comments. We can have a bit of a chat if you want. And I am gonna go. Love you guys, and I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.